So, dealing with hazards such as traffic signals or anything that might change in the piece of road I'm going to drive into in the next few seconds, like these pedestrians perhaps wanting to cross the road, I check my centre mirror first. In the case of the lights, I'm slowing early so that maybe I don't have to bring my car to a stop. But I've seen traffic starting to move from the right, so it's very unlikely I'm going to get a green light. However, I am still moving at the moment. It's showing 0 on the speedometer, but that's because I was down at below 1 or 2 miles an hour. I'm going to be here for more than a few seconds, so I'll put the parking brake on. I can then relax my right foot off the foot brake, and it prevents me dazzling anybody behind. The car's not going to go anywhere unless I press the accelerator pedal. And I just wait. I might as well keep looking around for any signs of activity that might move into the piece of road that I'm planning to use. I might even look at the piece of road that I'm about to turn into to see how wide it is. And those vehicles going past look like they're not filling the whole width of the road on my side. So maybe there's more than one lane. I can't tell for sure here. I can hear sounds behind, so I've glanced in my centre mirror and a car's come up behind. It might even come on the audio recording. I'm getting a green light, so I've checked my door mirrors. I can move off, still checking between left and right, now looking at the road surface to see if there are any arrows to tell me which lane I must take up. The parked car's a hazard, so I've checked my centre mirror, checked the right mirror. There's no one to signal to. I'm going nice and wide, and then checking left mirror before coming back to the left. If any window is obscured, making it harder to interpret, especially in these dim light conditions, what might be over there, then I need to clear the windows. I can do that either by pressing the right hand stalk on the steering column on this side, up or down, and that will bring the wipers on. They're in the automatic position at the moment, that's why they've started wiping more frequently. Or if it's one of the two windows either side, or for that matter the passenger windows at the back, I could actually reach down and operate window control, and that will wipe the window for me, making it much easier to interpret what I'm seeing in the door mirror, which is a curved mirror, so it's going to distort my vision of the sorts of reflective glass I'll be used to looking in around the house. And it takes longer for your brain to get used to understanding angles and distances, and because things appear further away, it will make it harder to tell the speed that somebody's approaching. So I'm tending to use the mirrors in combination. That gives me a more accurate understanding of speed. Roundabout in front is another hazard, so I check the centre mirror. As soon as I get an opportunity to go, I go, checking in other directions to see if anybody's approaching, even glancing over my shoulder to the left there, because there will be a blind angle that the passenger's door mirror does not cover, and I want to make sure there's not an unlit bicycle, for example, sweeping in at high speed. No activity at the side road, no activity for the pedestrian or the pedestrian crossing, but I've checked my centre mirror probably 3 or 4 times while I've been saying those few things. Same with the pedestrian crossing here in the side road, refreshing myself as to what's coming up. Warning triangle, road narrows, can't see over the crest, so I check that centre mirror again. I can still see on the wet road surface a reflection of the green light from the pedestrian crossing, so I know that anybody following me has got no reason to stop coming down that hill. They'll still be moving. It's uncertain how much space there's going to be, so I'm keeping the speed low. I've checked my right mirror before moving out around these cars. The bus seems to be paused, so now I check my centre mirror, make sure there's nobody on the left hand side, thank the bus driver, going slowly enough to see both sides of the pedestrian crossing. People might walk out even if the light is green for traffic to keep moving. And now that I've seen it's clear, I can gently accelerate. Another side road on the left, no activity, dark coloured car behind, reasonable distance behind, lots of brake signals in front and a pedestrian crossing but no activity. But because of the brake signals, I'm letting my speed drop nice and early and very smoothly, so that I've got the maximum chance of keeping going. This lane is good for going straight ahead, second exit, nothing's coming from the right, so on we go, looking for road markings. They're quite worn away, gone past the first exit, so mirrors signal, because it's no longer ambiguous to anybody that's around me, to know which direction I'm going if I'm using a left signal, and then taking care not to come to a stop on the zebra crossing in front of me. Nobody's walking towards it. I'm going to slow again because the learner car, 2 cars in front, is being extra cautious. Now it's started to move, so I can recheck nobody's about to use the crossing and go forwards. Car behind is being quite respectful, following me, not trying to get past on this side. So I'll gently move forwards. Oncoming car coming in fairly briskly. No, they've slowed for a hump zebra crossing there as well. Fiat 500. Checking all mirrors and nice and wide to the sides. Safe to proceed. I'm only doing about 9 or 10 miles an hour. There's no point in adding more speed because those 2 cars in front aren't going much faster. Car behind's turning off. Access way with a dropped curb on the left, but no activity. At this time of day you can probably see headlights coming out. Young man walking along the pavement, moving quite slowly, didn't look like he was likely to cross. Brake signals and turn signals in front. So once again, centre mirror. Right mirror to make sure that it's safe for me to put a signal on, because I'm going to go right as well. And then easing off the gas, looking left round the bend to see if there's anybody to give way to, looking into the new road, there isn't anyone there. So steering and then gently adding more power as I'm accelerating, but then easing off the acceleration if I see gaps in the buildings. So I want time to be conscious of what's behind, but also look into those side roads to make sure there's no activity. Once again, a right turn, car catching up from behind. Not unsafe to put a signal on, so we'll do that now, see if they're responding. Yes, they're slowing down behind me. Now I can